Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is DB333 and welcome to Hearts of Iron 4, The New Order, Last Days of Europe. Oh, I got a text. I'll just do this real quick. In the last video, we started to kind of consolidate our rule a bit, but we were more concerned about ensuring our survival at this point. It's like the old meme, I'm fighting for my fucking life. But instead of, you know, trying to ignore and get out of, charges of, you know, we know what R. Kelly did. I don't even have to say allegedly anymore, because we know. We actually do have to fight for our fucking life, because, we got Komis to our north, Tsarist to our south. Collaborationists also to our south. Weird Orthodox people to our east. And hopefully friends to our west. But after that bit of a west, we also have fucking Germans. Stinky Germans. And that's not nice at all. So we'll have to worry about that. So we're hoping to loosen up our flank on the west. We're working with our buddies in Vologda. And we're hoping that we'll be able to negotiate and even merge our institutions and get a little bit of an alliance going. That's really the best we can do. Okay. Okay, these guys are trained back up. So we'll stop exercising. And we have an offensive line we gotta prep for. Because Vyatka still has some time, I believe. Yeah, they got some time before they're a threat to us. So we'll do mutual defense. While Vologda might not be totally ready to join any of our future wars of liberation, their generals have agreed to strong mutual defense treaties. In the event of an attack on one side, the other is expected to declare war on the invaders. This defensive alliance will free up much-needed resources for Komi's Republican army. Contingency plans for defensive wars will no longer use the hypothesis that is Komi-Vologda frontier that requires consistent military defense. Likewise, the Vologdan army will be free to tend to its own business, confident of its safety on its eastern flank. That's beautiful. That's just what I need right now, honestly. So we can move troops in and out. So the hope is we won't have to execute War Plan Blue. That equipment is arriving. And then we can go down that, do defense stratagems, fill in the gaps, get a nice 15,000 manpower, and not have to worry so much anymore. Because we'll be okay. Support weapons, let's do it. Our research speed boost has diminished. There you go, freedom is a thing. Was it, did they say worth dying for or worth living for? Secure the new lands, here we got. And now they're going to go only after Gorky next. Yeah, okay. Onega is hanging on, sort of. They're gonna need a focus tree because it'll be interesting to see. Onega might be a fun place to country to play as. Okay, our guarantee was accepted. I'm gonna save my game real quick just because I don't exactly know how this might go. I select a national focus between three foes. Citizens! My friends, our republic is in grave danger. To the north lies the remnants of the Soviet Union, haunted by its failures and angry at our independence. Even as we speak, the Northern Red Army plots are undoing. To the south and east, things are not any better. Deluded Tsarist remnants wish to turn back the clock and reimpose the shackles of autocracy on our free citizens. In this project, they resemble our eastern neighbors. In Gaini, a theocracy blames Russia's woes not on the evils of German fascism, but on the anger of an unforgiving God. These madmen believe that only by subjugating Russia to the church's whims will the people be saved. The Republic rejects this madness. It's not a cabal of communists or the Tsarist military officer that can free Russia, nor can its salvation come from subservience to crazed monks. The only power strong enough to free Russia is its citizens. We must be on our guards. Extract from President Alexei Kosygin's speech to the Republic. So hopefully this will work out, and I won't have to reload a save. I could probably just load an autosave, actually, right now, if this doesn't go well. Yeah, actually, that's probably the better idea. Between three foes. Black market equipment arrives. Come on. Please. Please, I'm begging you. Celebrate, citizens of Komi. Today, Vologda joins our republic. The offer for merging administration has been welcomed by the semi-authoritarian government in Vologda. It seems they still believe in democracy, and as such they quickly answered our request with a positive response. Quickly, the two militaries ended all limitations to travel between their respective territories and are working to tear down any border fences or checkpoints. The soldiers near the border have come together, celebrating the unification, meeting side their Russian brothers that are no longer enemies on the other side. Meanwhile, representatives from the military regime we have recently united with arrived in Syktyvkar, outlining the exact plans and process for proper integration of their lands into the Republic. In the streets of both our own capital and Vologda, the citizens cheer on our government. The flag of our nation is waved proudly across our domain. This is truly a day of joy. It's time to revisit our relationship with our eastern neighbor. Our first visit to Vologda, the dawn of Unification Wars, was mainly concerned with military matters. For our young republic was surrounded by three sides with dangerous regimes. Now that Komi stands tall, we must ask Vologda's government about deeper integration. The men of Vologda are famous for opposition to wars of aggression against their fellow Russian citizens. Now we ask them for help for our grim unification of Western Russia. No matter how they felt about us before, the fusion of our two nations is a difficult decision for Vologda's leadership. But Russia, long divided, must unite again. We can only hope that our neighbors understand this. So we'll lose some more support, but we'll gain some stability. Political campaign. The thing I really want right now is some more popular support. Because I'm not digging this shit at all. Alright, so my best hope right now for Central Siberia actually having content is if Siberian Black Army gets their shit together. Which we have no national focus at, because they're stuck at war with Kemerovo! Right! Because Krasnoyarsk has been eaten, so they can't do shit anymore. God damn it. What is Kemerovo up to anyway? Messenger Kingdom. Revolutionary King. Guess that's Yuri's? Whoever his son is. I think it's... Lydia's the girl. I forget who his son is. I think it's Yuri. Okay, let's go up to speed 5 again. The Central European Council is actually doing pretty well, interestingly enough. Okay, so the Aryans are expanding, so are Samara. They're going after Gorky. These guys are threatening the Imams, creating Russia, and they'll probably go after Vyatka. Yeah. Vyatka, Operation Prodigal Son. We'll see whether or not they take out Berzniki, or if they just go ahead and do something else. But now, it's time to merge the institutions. Today is a glorious day, for Vologda has agreed to peaceful fusion with our nation. Soldiers that used to... Alright, this isn't the same thing, never mind. Soldiers that used to belong to the two nations have crossed the border, not in conflict, but in celebration as politicians and commanders meet to discuss how best to merge both sets of institutions. Battles will be fought not between brothers, but between conflicting bureaucratic standards, as torrents of inks are spilled instead of blood. Paper pushers of both nations have sparred verbally, while inwardly cheering at the peaceful nature of this conflict. And outside, people celebrate the good news of a new republic. There we go. That's pretty based. I'll take that right now. Yeah, Bashkir and Tatarstan are out, so that's no more them. Gorky's about to be out. Berezniki's about to be out too, so it's Plan Grey we might have to worry about. And then maybe Plan Brown as it goes down. Vacuum tube computing. We'll do military construction. Actually, let's do some resource extraction techniques. Get some synthetic refineries going. Black market deals arrive. Excellent. There goes Tricky Dick. Operation Mercury. What is Operation Mercury? We'll have to wait. Okay, they won't be able to go down the neutrals. Realistically, because we'll take them out. So it's a 50-50 shot between the priests and us. If it's the priests, they'll probably be taken out pretty quickly. Oh. Defense stratagems. The work that began during the early reforms of the Republican Army is now complete. The Army's command have presented to the civilian authorities several military plans as well as new doctrinal recommendations. Doctrinal ideas help us modernize our Army and train a new generation of soldiers and officers. The military plans provide a wide range of military campaigns against neighboring threats to the Republic's safety. It's likely that the civilian leadership will bring a few recommendations of its own. Nevertheless, both generals and politicians are confident in the Republic's capacity to destroy its chosen foes. So what? That's another 5 divisions. Now that is beautiful. Offensive line. We got to extend this front line out a fair... I have an idea. We'll do it to that. We have some nice... Okay, we have to integrate them, actually. It seems. But actually... we'll reduce this a bit, actually, and then... when the war comes, we'll have a more central, I guess, response. Because right now, it's nice that we're getting this, but this isn't core, so it's not going to depend too much. Yep, they're going after Berzniki physically. Black defense stratagems. fill in the gaps, get another 15k manpower, which we could use. Every eventuality has been planned, every threat has been assessed. The Republic, surrounded by enemies, has turned every sentiment into a castle to protect the flame of freedom and democracy. Now its citizens must become warriors to fill the gaps in our defense, lest the enemy storm through. A final call to arms has been issued. Less fit men can serve in the interior. Farmers can join regional auxiliary militias to support the Republican army. If our nation is to survive in its darkest hour, we must stand and fight. To arms, citizens. Beautiful. We're integrating these guys slowly but surely. Vyatka versus Berezhnitsky. Russia's not kind to dual authorities, apparently. Old Vladimir III. Poor guy. You do I've played a bit of Vyatka, not fully, but you do feel really bad for Vladimir. Dreshler wins. We'll see what happens there. Bormann is making an okay push. Speer. Well, Wentz is probably out. I mean, in most games, it's usually between Bormann and Goring anyway. But we'll wait and see as it progresses. Okay, so we'll see what happens here. Excellent. They're going after us. Okay. I could have told you as much what happened. So we got to fill in the gaps. See you, Johnny. Let's centralize redistricting. Woe to the conquered. Our willingness to cooperate with extremists who recognize their defeat should not be misunderstood for a willingness to turn the other cheek and forget past misdeeds. As such, our government will create a new centralized redistricting office that will be in charge of designing the Republic's electoral constituencies. Using this technique, we will harvest a bounty of centrist deputies who will help strengthen our grip on the legislative and executive wings of our government. This will allow us to pummel renegade extremists and tempt those willing to compromise to join us at the negotiating table. So that helps us there, and helps us in Kostroma. Fun enough. There we go. Okay, Samara versus Gorky. Their tank divisions. We'll need to move north. Excellent. Goring's conquered Speer. Hydric is still a factor, so we'll see what happens there. Black market equipment arrives. Another troop. Beautiful. We didn't even have to quickly deploy him. To the legislator of the Republic of Komi. Greetings from the front, your old ally. We come to you in peace, this letter being our olive branch. In recognition of our common democratic traditions, we address this letter not to the President of the Republic, but its legislator. The front has no hostile intentions at present against the Republic, nor the will to assert its democracy. The front recognizes that both it and the Republic has had a long, often hostile history. Today, however, the front is willing to put it all behind, should the Republic wish to do so. We solemnly ask, in the name of democracy and socialism, that the Republic join us as comrades once again. Let brothers and sisters link their hands in a new march for the future, and let our enemies tremble. We implore you that the Republic of Komi would cede to reason. To yourself lies the perils to your democracy, the Aryan Brotherhood, the Emperor now restored in Vyatka, as well as the Liberation Army, whose intent remains unknown. In joining arms together, we will protect ourselves against domination from forces hostile to Lenin and Marx's dream of communism. In rejoining us, you would like to recall the image of Rome and its Italic allies as one unified power. None shall challenge the might of our armies in the field. With the Republic's personnel and the front's expertise, none can stand for it long. In addition, all crimes committed during the West Russian War shall be rendered moot. We implore you again to see reason. Signed, General Georgy Zhukov. So I'm fairly certain, if we do begin talks, we will be integrated. Part of me is morbidly curious what will happen. So, we're going back. We'll save our games. We can begin talks. Centralized redistricting. We'll do a united army. A united army, there we go. What more needs to be said? The priestly state. I suppose this does buy us a bit of time. Then again, they are getting a fair bit of... They do have a pretty damn good army. There's no denying that. Mark equipment's arrived. I'll get rid of that little division. I'm not particularly interested in keeping that. More guns. Artillery, that's a big one. Anti-tank equipment. It's probably a good idea to get working on anti-tank equipment of our own. United Army. 2 arms. Place for all of us. Citizens of the Republic stands more united than ever. Once wasting time in pointless bickering and endless bloodshed, the children of a nation stand united and ready to face their enemies. Old rivalries have been ended in the name of stabilizing and expanding the Republic. Now that fascist and communist soldiers stand side by side with their democratic counterparts, Komi is ready to go on the offensive. The experience of our men and the vast scope of personalities and ideas within our army grants us the flexibility needed to tackle an army. At least that's a theory. The extremists have quieted down for now, and we can only hope that they keep their end of the bargain. At least internecine squabbles threaten to destroy our Republic once more. To arms, ladies and gentlemen. To arms. So it looks like if they do this, they will go to war with us. We might want to just... We've bought ourselves a bit of time, it seems. So 2 arms. How long will this take them? 21 days. Execute war plan red. The communists have long sown the seeds of conflict with our nation, and for this they shall reap the tempest. The front has squandered its opportunity to save Russia from fascists. In its arrogance, Arkhangelsk has not sought peaceful unification with us, but instead sent thugs and radicals to undermine our democracy. We've expelled the communist threat from our republic, and now the Republican Army shall eradicate the Red Menace from Western Russia. This is what I call a pro-gamer move. Excellent. This is fine how it is, honestly. I'm okay with this. Execute war plan red. So we'll get some a slight attack bonus and a fair bit of defense bonus. So we'll move in. The one advantage we have is numbers. That's the big thing we have. So what I want to do... Fuck, okay, that didn't work out. Well, I was hoping to get an encirclement off on them, but he was gone before I could do anything. Okay, now we'll do 2 arms. Great news has arrived for our country. It's no secret that the war against the West Russian Revolutionary Front, the vanguard of socialism in the region, has been a difficult struggle, and one that has forced us to use everything we have at our disposal. After all, the front is the remnants of the old movement from the days of the West Russian War. It's finally decided to reclaim its place as a formidable power in the country. Thankfully to us, who have dared to challenge it, we have found an ally in this hostile environment. And that is the Anti-Communist Volunteer Guard. Today, in one of the many recruitment centers we have set up to help in mobilization, over 100 men appeared seemingly out of nowhere, requesting that they participate in the struggle against the socialists of a front. When asked about their background, they made the situation much clearer. They are proud Russians from Onega, the warlord state famous for resisting the front against all odds with Finnish support. It seems that General Kirpishinov's regime has been successful in cultivating patriotic sentiment. However, of course, our government and the High Command have welcomed the arrival of the Anti-Communist Guard, and special units of Onegans have been quickly organized and sent to the front. While it might not be much, it's still useful in the war, even with small help accounts. Okay, shit, okay. That's not gonna work. I see that now. Keep pushing forward. Velsk. Support weapons. Anti-tank. Equipment's arriving. Very nice. We're doing okay, push-wise. Black market goods arrived. There we go. If we could take their capital, that might be interesting. Do kind of general pushes. I'll just try speeding up a bit more, see how this ends up going. hold off a bit there. You hold up there. Because I'm really curious in doing perhaps, that. Push him back. Get him to retreat. And then we'll move here. Okay, so we got national focus. We have peace for now. So perhaps it's just a passing dream. Perhaps it's just a passing dream. I read that weird the first time. The streets of our capital are quiet for once. A few families are seen walking about where once thugs manned barricades and checkpoints. The police reports echo this anomaly. Police seems to have descended on Silvtikar. Peace returns. Perhaps, for the demons of civil strife might return if we are not vigilant. Fragile peace if our rivals in Western Russia try to end our democratic experiment. A peace nonetheless, and one we intend to defend by force. Citizens, much remains to be done. We must be vigilant, so that our nation's future is not dashed against the rocks of war, nor the chaos of internal conflict. Looks like these guys are heading that way. In that case... we'll keep moving up forward. You head there. There we go. We got that encirclement off. Very nice. Very simple. We'll try to take advantage of it the best we can. Now we're... well, hold up. What are you doing that for, huh? You move there, start attacking. There we go. They're going against the Order of St. George. There we go. You go more north. I'll have you go in, actually. But you go and try to cut these guys off. Cut their supply off. We have peace for now. A new democratic foundation. The Republic, once seeing its electoral system frayed and closing down due to extremism, must see democracy flourish again. Regenerating the interest and trust our citizens have in the democratic process will be tough, especially coming on the tail end of our efforts to end political extremism once and for all. We must accomplish this nevertheless if the democratic center's power is to be assured. Letting go of our power to design electoral districts, now that they have been sanitized with will help restore confidence, as will the ability to call snap elections to remove governments that are widely unpopular with the electorate. Finally, propaganda campaigns extolling the virtues of engaged citizens will hopefully draw crowds once more to polling stations. So we're getting a nice, beautiful increase for our liberal democracy. And soon that nasty National Socialism will just get the fuck out. And we'll have you attack there a bit. I could have sworn I clicked you to do that, but it doesn't matter. Let's train our troops. Move there. Take that little bit of land. You take Mikun. Yeah, you go and take Utka. We have a few troops kind of encircled around. So we can start kind of wrapping up here. Ooh, yeah, that's rough. That's rough, buddy. Oh yeah, I'll have you stay there. Actually, you move across the river. Not nice for our purposes, but we'll take Arkhangelsk. And if that's not enough to end this, I don't know what will be enough to. Maybe Mazen? I don't know. Placets we've taken. Yeah, shit, we're almost done. We'll move into Mazen if that's somehow not enough, but it should be. Right here. 16,000 men dead. And here we are. A new democratic foundation. Soon enough. Black market arms trade increases. Free military factories. Early motorized equipment. So we can go ahead and start coring some stuff. We'll work on Plesetsk first, I guess. Oh, this feels good. This does feel good. War plan white? Yeah, war plan white. It's perhaps to Tsar's credit that he's come back to Russia rather than live a comfortable life in exile. But the fall of Soviet Union has seen the rise of a new generation of Russians, men and women who do not idolize a fabled past of Russian autocracy. The Tsar and his cronies wish not for citizens but for slaves and subjects, abject in their service. The Republican Army will instead show him the strength of a Russian nation. For these difficult times have forged a new generation of standard bearers for democracy and decency. The first villager to see a deputy sweeping into the streets of perhaps is a child of about 10 or 11 years. His steps echo down the cobblestone path well before he reaches the sweating... I better pause, I don't want to lose this event. The sweating, suit-clad man struggling with a broom. He stops for a while and whatever passes for stupefaction of the youth makes a face and walks away. The deputy calls after him. Have a good day! The government's here for you if you need anything. The next few villages all arrive at once in a station wagon almost falling apart with rust and disuse. The deputy calls out to them too, shouting, "Have a good day! The government of Komi works only for you." Muted laughter resounds from a car's cabin and a face reaches out from what must have been a window. "Have a good day, deputy? It must be a lonely day in the office, yes?" The deputy, beaming, turns to reply, but the station wagon's low growl cuts him off before he can say anything. He looks onto the massive cloud of smoke, still smiling, and carries on. So it continues through the morning, the sweeping of straw leaves and the urban garbage of Komi's 57th district into giant piles, and the disposal of these piles into burlap sacks. People stare curiously once or twice. Visitors ask for signatures, something which the deputy is only too happy to provide. Always he reminds the people he meets to vote and keep the government accountable, something which they can also fulfill by writing to him. As noon towers over Komi, the deputy succumbs into his office, nearly tripping over the carpet. A smile disappears from his face. Glowering, he begins to laboriously type a transcript of his day's endeavors, starting with the number of people he has greeted and the number of We Believe in the Komi Republic badges he's given out. Nearly breaking the typewriter with his hammy fingers, he writes, Day 1 publicity campaign complete. I love democracy. We're about to execute War Plan White. Perm has been renamed from Permheim to, Perm. Very smart move on their part. We'll go back to speed 5. Oh, so there should go the order. And with that's going to be enough to take them out of the war. So we only have time at this point. Our best hope is that we can get in before Samara capitulates them. And then maybe Goran wins. Interesting. Yeah, that's our best hope right now. Yeah. Yeah, I knew this would fucking happen. By Gaul Principality. I'm sorry, Mikhail. Charge through. Men, charge through. God damn it. Okay, fuck. Hopefully this will be enough so we can start actually pushing through. We'll do new election cycles. Now that Republic spaces are strong and secure, it's time to turn a new leaf. New elections taking place in the rationalized and cleansed political arena will be scheduled. It's perhaps a risky move to entrust a Fedor project to the citizens. No riskier, however, than ruling in content a majority to further the end of small political cliques like our enemies in the far left and far right intend to do. Our new electoral system is set to hold elections around the time our army and diplomatic services is set to have reunified many regions of Western Russia. Holding an election in freshly annexed or liberated territories must be difficult, but throughout our new citizens will see our commitment to democratic ideals. There we go. Black market order failed. Yeah. Yada. Take that. No, you keep going back there. God damn it. I messed that up a little bit. I realize that. Okay, I doubt he has cores on a fair bit of his land. So we got to move to Izvenk. That's probably our best bet at this point. We'll get working on integrating Arkhangelsk. Move into there and circle him. Beautiful. New election in cycles. Okay, there goes that encirclement. And there goes the time for today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, because I got it here. Thank you as always for watching. However, if you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. If not, feel free to dislike. If you want to see more of this content in the future, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more uploads every weekday, as well as every Saturday. If you have any comments, feedback, concern, anything of the sort, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below. I read all the comments I get, and I appreciate any all feedback you kind of folks might have for me. If you want to send feedback my way, I have a Patreon, down link below. If you want to chat or play games, I have a Discord. If you want to watch me do sort of stuff like I have a Twitch. All those are down in the description box, so check them out if you have a shot. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, and have a good one. Thank you. Bye.